Hello, I'm Lo Jiahui. So I'm going to explain about our business research proposal with the topic the impact of social media marketing on brand recognition and analysis of cosmetic products in Sarawak, Malaysia. Here is the background of the study. The social media platform have become indispensable tool for marketers. The cosmetic industry has harnessed the power of social media to build the brand recognition and foster customer loyalty. So the Sarawak diverse cultural background and also the adoption of digital technologies, they provide the rich context for examine how social media will influence the consumer behavior. Then next we will talk about the problem statement. The first problem statement, which is existing studies primarily focus on the Western markets and often generalize findings without considering the regional difference. And it leads to the strategies may not fully optimize to Sarawak's unique market conditions. So for the second problem statement, which is social media engagement, do not apply universally and the business struggle to measure the true impact of it due to the complexity of social media interactions. And here are the research objectives. So for the first one, we are going to assess the current level of brand recognition for cosmetic products among social media users in Sarawak. And we are going to examine the role of different social media platforms in boosting brand recognition to assess the effectiveness of various social media marketing strategies used by cosmetic brands. And last but not least, to identify the key factors that drive consumer engagement with cosmetic brands on social media. And here are some example research questions that can be asked to the consumers. So example for the first one, how familiar are consumers in Sarawak with various local and international cosmetic brands? Which platforms like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or Twitter have the highest engagement rates for cosmetic brands? How effective is influencer marketing in increasing brand recognition and driving consumer engagement? What impact do interactive features such as polls, quizzes, and also Q&A sessions have on consumer involvement? And last but not least, how do cultural differences within Sarawak influence consumer responses to social media marketing? And next, there are two underpinning theory that have been used in our research. So for the first one is brand equity model. So for this theory, which is emphasize the value and strength of a brand in the minds of customer. So for the second one is social influence theory, and this model plays a crucial roles because it will focusing on how individuals' behaviors, opinions, and also the decisions are influenced by the others within their social network. Okay, next I will talk about the conceptual framework. The conceptual framework that we will use on this topic, which is stimulus organism responses, in short, which is SOR model. So as you can see in the figure, the left side that stated the independent variables. So the independent variables can be known as the stimulus. The stimulus, which is the external factors that will affect to the responses in the end. So the independent variables here are stated as entertainment, the customization, the trendiness, the interaction, and also the electric word of mouth, which is in short EWOM. So the independent variables will directly affect the dependent variables, which is our responses in this model. So the only dependent variables that we are going to observe, which is brand recognition. Referring to the conceptual framework just now, we can come out with five hypothesis development. So for the first one, hypothesis one, which is entertainment for positively impacts brand recognition of cosmetic products on social media. Hypothesis two, which is customization in social media marketing enhances brand recognition of cosmetic products. Hypothesis three, which is trendiness in social media marketing content positively influences brand recognition of cosmetic products. Hypothesis 4, which is interaction in social media marketing enhances brand recognition of cosmetic products. And last but not least, hypothesis 5, which is electronic word of mouth, in short, EWOM, positively influences brand recognition of cosmetic products.
My presentation today focus on the chapter 3, which is the methodology. We will explore the research design, population, and the sampling procedures, research instrument, data collection method, and the data analysis technique. Research design is essentially a blueprint for the scientific investigation. It outlines the approach, instrument, and the methodology used to conduct the research. For our study, we choose the quantitative research method. This method involves the use of the structured standardized tools such as the survey and the statistical analysis to collect and analyze the numerical data. The reason why we choose the quantitative research method is because they provide a systematic and empirical investigation of the social phenomena. This method is particularly effective for obtaining the numerical data, which can then be analyzed to identify patterns and the relationship, and it emphasizes the quantitative method are also time-saving, which is crucial in the large-scale study. For our study, we adopt a descriptive research design. This aims to collect the extensive data on a specific sample to understand its behavior and characteristics better. Descriptive research is invaluable for gaining a comprehensive understanding of the study sample. We specifically choose a cross-sectional study design to assess the dominant characteristics within our target respondent at a given time. Next, let's discuss the sample and the sampling procedures. Sample specification is a crucial element in the both, such as the qualitative and the quantitative research, and the sample can ensure that the respondent selected is representative of the larger group, allowing for the generalizable finding. The research target respondent consists of the consumer in the Sarawak, focus on the impact of the social media marketing on the brand recognition. Sarawak population is almost 2,907,500. Given the size and the diversity of the population, we use the non-probability sampling, specifically small ball sampling, to select our participants. Small ball sampling is effective in reaching the hard-to-define or hard-to-reach the samples. This method also can help in building the trust between the researchers and the participants, as people are often introduced to the study by someone they know and trust. We determine our sample size using the Rasoff sample size calculator, considering a 6% margin of error and a 95% of the confidence levels. The recommended minimum sample size was 267, but we chosen to include the 275 participants to ensure the robustness in our finding. We developed a structured questionnaire using the Google form. This questionnaire was distributed through the popular social media platforms such as Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram. The questionnaire was divided into the 3 sections, which is section A, pre-screening question to ensure the respondent validity, and the section B is the demographic information, including the gender, age, and the social media usage. For the section C is the main instrument question addressing our study independent variable, which is the entertainment, customization, trendiness, and direction, and the electronic word of mouth, and the dependent variable is the brand recognition. Each section was carefully designed to capture the relevant data, with the question related on a 5-point Likert scale, ranking for the strongly disagree to strongly agree from the section B to section C. Next, let's move to the data collection method. Data collection is the process of the gathering information from the various sources to address the research question on the hypothesis. For our study, we collect primary data gathered directly from the source for the first time. We use the computer administered survey to collect data from Our respondents survey are one of the most common methods of the primary data collection, offering the advantage of the reaching a large number of the people quickly and efficiently, and the effectiveness of the survey in collecting the primary data. Let's discuss the data analysis method used in our study. We employ the statistical package for the social science, which is the SPSS for the data analysis. SPSS is a powerful tool that supports the various statistical analysis, including the descriptive statistic, inferential statistic, regression, and the data visualization. We use the descriptive analysis to summarize the raw data. This involves the basic graph and the statistics such as the frequency distribution, measure of the central tendency, and the variability. Descriptive analysis helps in understanding the general trend and the patterns in the data. For the reliability test, it ensures the consistency and the dependability of our measurable tools. We conduct a reliability test using the Quampa coefficient alpha. The reliability test help to determine how the stable and successful the instrument is in measuring specific concept. The alpha value indicates the strength of the association, ranking for the excellent to the unacceptable. For the inferential analysis, we use the multiple regression analysis to predict the dependent variable, which is the brand recognition. Based on the multiple independent variables such as the entertainment, customization, trendiness, interaction, and the electronic word of mouth, inferential analysis allows us to make the prediction and draw the conclusion about the entire population from our sample data. The regression equation used in our study was the y equal to alpha plus beta 1 s1 plus beta 2 s2 plus beta 3 s3 plus beta 4 s4 plus beta 5 s5 plus residual error. In this equation, y represents the brand recognition, alpha is the intercept. For the beta 1 and 2, 5 are the slope of the regression line for each independent variable, and the E is the residual error.